Glasgow have just one thing on their minds, and that is to ensure that that coveted place in the knockout stages is theirs after 90 minutes. They have the luxury of knowing it is in their own hands. 3 points would be plenty to see them through. However, anything less than that, and it could become precarious. The look on the faces of the players, nothing but utterly focused. They know what they have to do. A big performance now will count. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Glasgow are utterly focused and determined. They know how much this means.
Well, if they can't find the motivation required for this, they might as well pack it in, Peter. This is the type of defining game that can propel the status of the whole club into the kind of territory where it needs to take its game. While individual careers may be helped with good performances, this has to be about the collective. If that remains strong, everything else should fall nicely into place.
So we're up and running. Goes long. Decent looking ball. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Burn. Hoists it forward. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. He's got options out wide. Gets the better of his man. Cleared without complication. What a throw in. Glasgow have to win if they're to make it. Floats one over. He's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Goalkeeper's ball.
Well, we don't even need to look at the stats, do we, Peter? 0 attempts, 0 goals, and excitement, forget it.
Plays it out to the wing. Good. Has a hit! And he's there to hoof it away. He's got away with one there.
Well, it was just some wayward passing that let the opposition in then, and I have to say...
GLASGOW! It's anyone's ball. Out for a throw. A goal now would certainly liven things up. Dinks one in, cuts it out. Burn. A real chance to break. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Fired in. And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. There's the whistle for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least defensively.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're already into the second period.
Glasgow clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Real chance! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Glasgow have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
It has hit one! The defence can get it clear. Shot at goal!
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Spot on, Peter.
Burn. Pings it out wide. A buccaneering run from the defender. Just deflected over the goal line for a corner. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. They've played it short. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Out to the left it goes. It's a brilliant interception.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
It's a big chance! And the ball's come out! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Gets up to head it! Oh, not the best of headers. Glasgow need to hold on for a few more moments. Keeper sends it forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. And there goes the final whistle. Glasgow have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. They have bounced straight back, 2 wins from 3, and that ought to be enough. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
And so the prevalent question on everybody's mind ahead of the game here, will they make it out of the group stage? Well, the odds are very, very good on paper. A single point is all that they need, and they need no favours from anybody else. It is in their hands. The faithful has every right to expect, to believe, a feeling very much reflected in the pre-match atmosphere. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Glasgow looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
There's the whistle. Plays it long. Snodgrass going through. Loss. He's made sure that that won't get through. Glasgow have a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be dink far post.
Oh, how good is he? That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, that is a bit special. Glasgow have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Lawson! He scores! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Glasgow have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And help's available out wide. Towering header! And that's been levered clear. Hoists it forward with a delicate ball. He could be in here, tries a shot! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
And it's played forward. This could spell danger. Chance, shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
Good run through the middle, but has a pop! He's got away with one there.
Oh, that was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Glasgow only needing to avoid defeat, of course. And we've reached half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Glasgow just didn't want the half-time whistle to be blown. Convincing and controlled.
Glasgow in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So, just 45 minutes to decide the fate of this group. Looking for space out wide. That is terrific skill. He's left his man. And he's cut it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. He gets past his man. Oh, shooting chance! Away. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Maguire. Battles to win it back, and the counter is on. Good ball. Hits one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
And it's been taken straight back. Chirkov. Snodgrass. It's got through and... doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Breaks on here. He's got a crucial block in there. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. He's gone for it! Good catch by the keeper, though pretty much straight at him.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
The message is clear, none shall pass. And now they can launch a counter. Chance! Disappointing finish in the end. Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. And that's it. Glasgow have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. And in the end, they have strolled through comfortably. Unbeaten, 7 points from 9. And they are gathering momentum into the knockout stage. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can benefit them all in the longer term.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Dundee have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So we're up and running. Looks to clip it forward. Shoots! It's got a goal! And the game springs instantly to life. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful, loved it.
Dundee take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Tries to stroke it through, and he's straight offside. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. Bovo. Dundee are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. And help's available out wide. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And out to safety. Forward it goes. Broadfoot hoists it forward, well positioned to make that interception. And he's there to hoof it away. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Well, that's where he wants it. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Done very well to intervene. He's through. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He's had a crack. And another time! It's a carbon copy of the previous... That'll be the last act of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. I think they did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well, there's good movement off the ball, the passes are sticky. No one's afraid to have a go.
Dundee going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Well, the action has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Pumps it into the area. Keeper sees it all the way. Good idea, just poorly executed. He's had chance to shoot! Gets wrestled off the ball.
Paisley showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Spot on, Peter.
Has a hit! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Paisley can make their change now with a break in play. Gets it upfield. Great run on the overlap here. Delivers the ball. Shot at goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
There's going to be another change here. Played it short.
Paisley are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
And the weighted pass, cuts it out.
Dundee are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Has a hit! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Dundee need to hold on for a few more moments.
Dundee certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Looking to break out here. Nursel. Paisley cannot afford for this to peter out. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. So 4 points from 9, it leaves them right on the cusp and sweating on the group equation. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, to me, this is a result, Peter, that says an awful lot more than the scoreline suggests.
So we just await the arrival of the teams here in what is a crucial game. It appears to be a fairly safe place that they find themselves in. Very probably avoiding defeat will be sufficient to progress in the competition, and that is reflected in an air of optimism, indeed confidence swirling all over the place here. The mood is very, very good. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Dundee looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
To be perfectly honest, Peter, it would be a big surprise for them to slip up at this stage and not qualify now. Thinking about a point is potentially much more problematical than going after 3. We've seen many a team do that, and before you know it, they're getting it wrong. If they're true to themselves, I'm ready to back their chances.
And that gets things running. He's off on a maroon. He's had a go! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Played out to the right. Plays a clever pass. And he's there to cut it out. And here's the chance to counter. It's a promising ball. It's a throw-in. attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
And that's been won straight back. Plays it out to the flank. Goes long. And the ball is out of play. Robertson. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. What an adventurous run from a defender. And that should be the keeper's. Tries to get it forward quickly. Keeps everyone guessing. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source. No question that's a foul. Gets it back.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Gets the better of his man. It's out for a goal kick. Oh, good interception. Petric. And it's half-time here. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So your views on the first half?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Dundee can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Looking to break out here. Gets it upfield. Big chance! It's broken loose, and they've been caught out here. Shapes to shoot! Yes, it's in!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Dundee take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Played towards the front men. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to...
Big chance! One-on-one! Goes for goal! He scores! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Dundee are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven. Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Dundee get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
He gets past his man. So not long left in this now. Dundee are closing in on qualification for the knockout stage. Shot at goal! A real chance and a real let-off. There's going to be another change here. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. He's there to receive it. Danger averted for now. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Oh, poor start, but what a great recovery. 2 wins in a row, and surely that will be enough. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it, an experience that can benefit them all in the longer term.
Edinburgh are on the cusp of making the knockout stage. Ever since the groups were announced, this is where they wanted to be, and indeed felt they ought to be. There is a sense of genuine theatre here. The loyal supporters hope it is all going to be wrapped up in the next couple of hours. 3 points will guarantee that they get their wish. This place, simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Edinburgh are utterly focused and determined. They know how much this means.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
Now we're on the way. It's being played forward. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Sinclair. Gets it back. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Played into space out wide. He's got away. A chance! Oh, well defended. That had to be done. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And it's got through. Going through. Well read, he sorted that out. Soiree. Hoists it forward. Plays it out to the flank. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Gets the better of his man. Sinclair. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Has a hit! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Forward it goes. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0. That intervention was very necessary. Brown. Finds himself eased off the ball. Battles to win it back. And the first half is done. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. To review the first half.
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So we're already into the second period.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
It's a loose ball. That's a look and place. Great leap! Good delivery. No joy.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Looks to clip it forward. He's got options out wide. Hits one! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
head, but couldn't steer it in.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, real danger here. Goes for goal! Yes, it's there! First blood drawn.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Edinburgh take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
And he's surging through, going for goal! And he's found the net! There seemed no way back, but they are level.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Edinburgh can make their change now with a break in play. So we have a double substitution going on here. That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Through it. And help's available out wide.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Just brushed off the ball there. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Now the counter. Oh, it's shoots! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
So here comes the substitution.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
It has... There's the shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for...
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Dinks one in. Real chance! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it!
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Edinburgh take... And time is up. Edinburgh have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. Well, this was a match that they had to win, and they have won it. It is an unbeaten group campaign. 5 points. You're very unlucky if that's not enough. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So it's down to business here.
There's a long ball.
Danger averted for now. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Edinburgh have it back and they can go again. Shot a goal! And he's found the net! The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
Oh, it's lovely to see the art of the skies alive and well, but the keeper straight into no man's land.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Oh, look, this is just what the fans wanted. And now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they'll want to see their team make all the running from here.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Smith. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Gets away from his opponent. He's played him through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Naismith. Good ball, it's found its target. Has a pop! It's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Edinburgh have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Edinburgh are leading with half-time drawing close. Shoots! Yes! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Edinburgh are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through, wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Edinburgh take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Has a hit! And he's there to hoof it away. There's the end of the first half. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or can I simply refer you to the scoreline?
Edinburgh very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. And the action is back underway. No reported change to either side during the break. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Has a pop! And he should have made it 4.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
And the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Plays it through.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So off he goes. He was the star turn, and he's being received accordingly.
Listen, Mike, taking him off now, the hat-trick hero gets a lovely ovation from the crowd, and I think the opposition will be just glad to see the back of him.
Tries to get it forward quickly. It'll be a throw-in. Naismith.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Gets it back. Forward it goes. It's come loose. Either side really getting hold of the ball. Tries to locate someone up front. Well read, he sorted that out. Plays a clever pass. Finds himself eased off the ball. He's found his man. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Looking to force his way through. He's picked him out. You can get that clear. That's the throw. He's gone for it. Oh, brilliant! That is brilliant! He's got himself a peach of a goal. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finished.
And time is up. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. So 4 points from 9. It leaves them right on the cusp and sweating on the group equation. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
And we're underway. Tries to dink it in. That'll be a throw. Has a pop! And the ball's come out! And he's there to hoof it away. It's a goal kick. Cuts it out. Going for goal! And out to safety. Shoots! It's in!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Well, here is the raid we were told to expect. It's the through ball. Chance to squeeze it through. No, not quite. It's being played forward. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. James McCarthy.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Well, they could break here. Kane. Here it is, he's had a goal! Goal! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
The whistle goes for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And we're underway again. Hoists it forward. Well played, he saw that coming. James McCarthy, up towards the front line. icy close. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and getting on the score sheet has clearly meant
He's had a shot! Away from immediate danger. MacArthur. And it's played forward. Played back in.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Gets wrestled off the ball. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And it's been taken straight back. Tries to get it forward quickly. And the counter is on. And he heaves it forward. Pumps it into the area. Cut out in the nick of time. He's made sure that that won't get through. Goes direct to the front line. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Well, so that's it. It is all over. So they bask in their win, a genuinely professional performance, and a result which is well deserved. Back to winning ways. 2 wins out of 3. It is a very decent return. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
Aberdeen are a team on the cusp, on the verge of progressing to the knockout stages. All they need here is a point, a mission which you would certainly consider to be well within them. Their supporters certainly believe that. They're out in great force, and are they to get their wish? Well, one suspects strongly that they will. Optimism pervades the place. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Aberdeen looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
So it's away we go then. Hit long and direct. Tries to stroke it through. It's a loose ball. Good take, and he's had on Shearer! Oh, it's got in! The ideal start!
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Steered in. Out of play for a goal kick. A good deal hanging on what they can achieve here. A point will do. Knocks it away. And he's made sure that that won't get through. It's being played forward. This could spell danger. Hits one! Oh, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
Shoots to shoot! Yes, it's there! And they've got their lead back. Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
Aberdeen go into the lead. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. He's away! Shearer! Aberdeen are in control here on the brink of half-time. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. They're more than happy to take the muscular approach. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. You can get that clear. And it's been taken short. Has a pop! There's the whistle for half-time. Oh, a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can have more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily...
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Shearer. For Shearer! He scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Aberdeen take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
That intervention was very necessary. Oh, that's a waste. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Loses his balance and loses the ball. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Managed to get it away. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this defence will go tooth and nail to prevent him from getting another.
Brooks. And the weighted pass. Back into the middle. Shot a goal! Yes! And surely that settles it.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round. Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. 5 minutes left on the clock. Goes long. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
He's had a shot! Timely intervention. And that's it. Aberdeen have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect for them. A job really well done so far. And in the end, they have strolled through comfortably, unbeaten, 7 points from 9, and they are gathering momentum into the knockout stage. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.